Well, this is a nice change. KTR goes anywhere, boys. Today's video is gonna be a little bit of an interesting one. I'm gonna put the camera down, put my other hand back on the wheel because this is my first time driving on ice and snow. So today, we're going snowmobiling. This is the first time I've ever done anything like this. So I think they're gonna throw me on the lesson one here, this little like 100cc one to get started. And then after that, we're gonna go on to some of the big boys they got down there, including an 850 horsepower supercharged Polaris, which I'm pretty excited about. I'm just overall hyped to be in the snow. We might do some snowboarding later today as well. I don't know how much we're gonna vlog today. I'm just gonna have fun. I love that there's literally a WRX SDI here in its natural habitat buried in snow. It's literally how these cars were, well, I mean, it's what they're meant for, isn't it? The only thing they're good for because they won't blow a head gasket in the snow, right? Although I'm sure someone's done that. Anyways, we'll pick up the vlog as we get going, but man, I'm so excited for today. Look at this little Arctic cat. So cool. The powder out here is amazing. And the views are just as good. Man, so good. So I got some practice in on the little 100cc. Thing rides like a dream. It's amazing in the powder, you got so much control. I can't wait to ride that 850 horsepower Polaris. That thing's insane. But man, I am so hyped. It is actually really hot. The moment you start working out and I'm in all my snowboarding gear, I'm sweating inside. This is everyone we're with today. It's gonna be really fun. Oh, I'm so hyped. First time doing this kind of stuff. Snowmobiling is so fun. I'm still learning, but it is great. I just jumped this thing like at least like 2 meters. That was nuts. I need someone to film outside for me because that was crazy. So they're gonna let me take this one for a little rip. And this thing has a few little extras in here. I don't know if you can see that, but there's a supercharger in there. 何馬力ですか?
230馬力。200.
So 230 horsepower. すげえ。
200キロ。
200キロ. So power to weight ratio, it should feel like 800, 800 馬力ぐらい feeling. すげえ. So yeah, this should feel like equivalent to like 800,000 horsepower or something is what they're saying. I don't know much about these things, but this thing looks like a lot of fun. Oh man, I cannot wait to try this out. And they've modified like this other purple one too. That thing's making more power. So let's jump on it and hope I don't kill myself. If you're watching this, Mum, I'm following all the safety precautions. We've got a helmet on, so don't worry. Today's video is sponsored by Dafsky. And if you don't know what Dafsky is, they are an online store dedicated to selling only the sickest and coolest air fresheners for your ride. They have a huge range, so there's something there for everyone, and they start at just $2.99. And I think today we're gonna get Neko-chan hanging in the Sylvia. All right, let's get this bad girl out and get her hanging up. There we go. Now, not only is my car fresh, but as I'm cruising down the highways here in Japan, I got a nice little friend there, and she's gonna be going, nya, nya, the whole way home. So head to dafsky.com and go get yourself some air fresheners for your ride, and make sure you support the companies that support SAMMIT. I would not be able to be doing the things that I'm doing today if it wasn't for companies like Dafsky. So thank you so much, Dafsky, and let's get on with the video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty scared. I'm pretty worried. This thing rips. I'm pretty worried. Need this car. This thing feels entirely different. Oh my gosh, it blocks. Man, this is so much fun. So the guys are going off and getting taken up the top of the mountain, and then they're snowboarding down right now. I'm gonna see if we can go back to the cave end. It's not too far, it's like just on the other side of that mountain if I take the snowmobile. And I'm gonna get my board with bindings. They do have some free boards here, but they have no edge, and it's kind of like surfing, and I'm not that good at it. And I'd rather have my board with the bindings, and then I might get him to take me up and do some snowboarding and stuff. But man, I did not really, like, seriously, how good is this? You can go to Ebisu Circuit, drift, and then come to the mountains here and jump on a snowmobile, go snowboarding at the top of the mountain and all that kind of stuff. Like, this is awesome. You can even do helicopter runs up to the top of some of these mountains, especially up the back there. This is so good. And then after this, I'm probably gonna go drifting. Like, it's not even lunchtime yet. It's nearly 11 o'clock and we're already like pretty much about to wrap up the day. Doesn't get much better than this. Seriously, Fukushima is amazing. I know a lot of people talk about how Fukushima is like a no-go zone and it's all radioactive and all this stuff, but if you do some research, the power plant meltdown and all that stuff, it actually wasn't as bad as what the media portrayed it to be. And there's still amazing places like this all around Fukushima that is totally okay to visit. There is no like radioactive, whatever you want to call it, anywhere close to where we are, especially the Ebisu Circuit. If you don't know, Ebisu Circuit is in Fukushima. In fact, from what I understand, the only no-go zones are like literally within a certain radius around just the power plant, which is crazy far away from here. So you can still do a lot of holiday stuff here in Fukushima, no problem whatsoever. And one of the best things is until people kind of like get over the whole like power plant meltdown thing, everything's really cheap out here tourism wise, as well as property wise if you want to own something out here. But yeah, take advantage of it. Don't be scared. Obviously, you know, you wouldn't be allowed to travel anywhere within Fukushima if there was any issues with like power plants and radioactivity and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I just want you guys to understand, like, this is Fukushima. There is no problem where I am at, and you can still have a good time. And please do your research when it comes to like natural disasters and things on the media, because the way they portrayed it in the media was just so worst case scenario, and it never ever got as bad as what they portrayed it to be. So please just be smart out there. Enough Papa Sam talk, but let's get back to having some fun. So long story short, I'm definitely not as fit as I thought I was, and I don't really want to talk about it, but you know how I keep talking about how I need to go to the gym and get back into shape? Well, today just further proved that point. So after we were running around on the snowmobiles for a while, they were like, Sam, go get your snowboard. I'm like, all right, I'm down for some snowboarding, thinking they're just gonna like take me to the resort or something, right? No, they took me to the top of the freaking mountain and dropped me off on the edge of the freaking forest. And I'm just like, I haven't snowboarded in like 2 years. This is gonna be interesting. And we're talking about powder like 2 meters deep. And let's just say I got about halfway and I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, I was so dead. I got so buried in the snow. My legs just wouldn't move. So they had to come save me with the snowmobile. Most embarrassing experience of my life. I wish I was able to film it. It all just happened so quickly and I couldn't get like the GoPro mount on my helmet or anything. But far out. I cannot wait till this like COVID lockdown is over and I can sign up to a gym and just start working out minimum 2 to 3 times a week and get back into shape, because this is the most embarrassing thing in my life. I'm a good snowboarder. I'm not terrible. I've like been boarding for a long time, and this was just like a massive wake up call for me, because previously I'd be able to bomb mountains and like in forest and trees and stuff, no problem. But yeah, we need to get back into shape bad. But today's experience was amazing. I'm gonna put the links down below to Manabu-san, who organizes these kind of like tours and things like that, and gives you the whole like snowmobile experience and then the snowboarding experience. I highly recommend it, especially if any of you guys get out here for next winter. I think it's going to be incredible and you guys are going to want to do it. So I'll put the links down below. I think you guys are going to really love it. And with that, I think the next clip is I'm going to go to the hotel, I'm going to soak in the onsen, and then I'm going to go to Ebisu and we're going to do some drifting. So we're back at Ebisu Circuit. Team Orange is out teaching a new driver. Pretty fun to see. And I brought everyone who came snowmobiling with me today to let them experience drifting here at Ebisu Circuit. So it's gonna be pretty fun. I also got some good news. I was just talking to the staff and they said that possibly tomorrow, Minami, school course, and even Kita course may be opening tomorrow, which is super awesome because Oka-chan's coming tomorrow and tandem practice, that would be amazing. So anyways, we're fixing a big issue that I was having yesterday. This battery is so dead, I think it actually has a cell shorting out as well, because sometimes it would just not have no voltage at all when I was drifting. And you saw in the last video, we got stuck after the whole engine cut off. So we got a brand new battery here. Fustel delivered it like right on time for me, right when I needed it. So absolute champion. We're going to slot this guy in here. Then we shouldn't have any more problems. The biggest thing about drift missiles and stuff is, I guess you need to make sure you always take the negative terminal off when you let it sit. Otherwise the battery will just die. So hopefully this one will last me a long time. I know this one's like 5 years old, so that's probably due to be replaced anyways, but let's get this done. So I'm just gonna do a quick couple laps to warm up the tires and stuff before I take these guys out, but I think we're gonna get some good reactions. And I made sure they're okay with me filming them. I love letting people experience drifting for the first time. So much fun. I made the front a little bit stiffer too on the coilovers, so this should be interesting. Time for the next contestant. See how this guy reacts. Hey, どうぞ。
すごい狭いんだね。タイトだ。
Okay, so shit. Let the tires cool down while these guys try and convince this girl that she needs to do it. I put on a little bit of show at the end there, and I have an iPhone video I'll throw on the screen. As you guys saw, I decided to send the tires off at the end there, and we shot a massive fireball as well. Looks super cool. Man, I love this car to pieces. So happy with it. Mina, 楽しかった? Did you all have fun? She was too scared to jump in the car, so she didn't come. But these guys all did. よかったね。ありがとうね。今日はありがとうございます。So we still got about 30 minutes before the track's closed for today. I just put some new tires on. We're gonna go out there. I really want to practice like staying on the bank with a lot of angle. So we'll see how we go. My front tires are looking pretty bad, so we'll have to change those for tomorrow. But man, I can't believe I've already gone through what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I've gone through 8 tires already. That's well, these are my 8th set now. But bear in mind, like my fronts, I use them all of Mitsuri. They only need replacing now. My rears, I had pretty much a dead set on here that I used for like 3 laps. But yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty hard to drive this because you've got like these strings of water from melted snow like everywhere. So every now and then you hit a little like bit of water and your car's like, and you gotta correct for it. Compete with this car at EDS, which is an Ebisu drift competition. It's only for Ebisu, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, it's going to be interesting like using this in a competition layout, but I'm not going to use my S15 for EDS because it's on it's like the FD layout at Nishi, so it's kind of sketchy. If you go out of course, you roll. So I'd rather roll this than the S15. Makes sense, right? Alright, let's flip it. That's why my front tires are screwed. Too many backies with this. Whew. I think I'm done for today. That's my fun. If I keep going, I'll literally destroy these tires in a matter of seconds. But damn. Pretty hyped about this car. We have it like so gripped up right now. With even 235s, it feels good. The traction is amazing. Feels really good. I'm happy with this car so much. Alright, we'll let this thing cool down. I'll pack up. But man, such an epic day. I can't believe like I literally was up on those mountains up there running around on snowmobiles and snowboarding, and then for the other half of the day I've been here drifting. Gosh, this place is amazing. All right guys, well that is a wrap for today. Bye. Funny story, the girl that drives this S15, we drove together like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago at Gunsai Toge, and she actually crashed and broke her rear knuckle, and I helped her get the car up and running so she could get home, right? And it's crazy, she was here today learning and being taught some technique and stuff from the Team Orange guys. It's just, oh. I love drifting so much because she's like 40 something years old and she just saw it one day on TV, D1 GP, and she decided to buy a car and start drifting and getting into it. But like, it's so cool that there are people like just anywhere in the world that want to get into drifting, which also goes to my point of I'm all about letting people experience drifting, whether that's for the first time, second, third, fourth time, I don't care. My passenger seat is always open. I'm not going to charge anyone for it. I don't believe in that kind of stuff. But seriously, if you want to experience drifting and I'm at the same drift event that you're at as a spectator, just make sure you go get your passenger pass, get a helmet, gloves, whatever the track requires you to have, and just come up and ask me. The worst thing I'm gonna say is not right now, come back in 15-20 minutes when I finish filming a clip or whatever. But seriously, if ever you want to experience drifting and you're close to a track that I'm at, just come and ask. My passenger seat is always open. All right, guys? Anyways, I'm gonna head back to the hotel and I'm gonna probably jump on the sim and try and set that thing up to like my settings and have a bit of fun with it. But otherwise, guys, like I said, I'm all about this. I really love seeing like people experience drifting for the first time, then they go and get a car and invest in the sport and start getting involved, and then they pass it on as well. And it goes back to say, like when I said that, imagine if everyone who was subscribed to my channel got a friend to subscribe and encourage them to check out my channel and they liked it and hit the sub button, we would double overnight. Same thing with like the whole drifting, like, you know, sport. Everyone says that it needs to grow more and it needs to become bigger and better, but that's not going to happen unless people are more open to letting people jump on the passenger seat and experience drifting. I'm ranting on here now. I just really love the sport and I want to see it do better. So yeah. All right, let's get to the hotel. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the KTR? I think that's the official name we're going with this thing now. We were literally driving in powder snow today. The thing never missed a beat, never slipped out. I did try slipping it out on a few corners. It was a bit of fun, but like seriously, this thing is so reliable and stable. It's incredible. Just chilling in the hotel right now, but I hope you enjoyed today's video. Definitely a little bit different than the normal stuff I put out. Man, the snowmobiles was so much fun. I know I probably look like the biggest noob out there riding them, but it was so enjoyable. Reminded me of like dirt bikes and stuff like that in Australia, but it was just so much better. I don't know, hopefully that doesn't ruffle any feathers, but snowmobiling is a lot of fun and hopefully I get to do some more of it in the future. Maybe get my own machine, I don't know. We'll find out. But for now, guys, smash that like button, write us a comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out. Ciao, mata.